Hello and welcome to Japanese craft beer reviews. And today we're going to look at the first of, actually two beers from a relatively new brewery in just south of Kyoto, and that's called Yamori Shuzo. And this is a company that opened in June of 2019, so about a little over a year. And they are located in Fushimi, which is a famous sake brewing area south of Kyoto. It's part of Kyoto Prefecture, but it's just maybe 10 or 15 minutes on the train south of Kyoto Station, not very far away. And so they opened in June of 2019, and they have kind of two businesses. One is called Yamori Shuzo, which is the alcohol producer, and then Yasuoto Chaho, which focuses on tea. There's a lot of tea growing in the nearby area, especially Uji, which is very close to Fushimi. And the building that they're in is called Yamori Do. It's a renovated machiya, an old Japanese building, and in that building they serve tea and sake and beer. On RateBeer they have 13 beers that they produce so far, and on Untapped also 13. Untapped has an average score of 3.65 for all of those 13 beers. Excuse me. And their very first beer was made last year in collaboration with a friend of mine who is kind of a gypsy brewer now. He had been a brewer at RateBeer, and he came down to work with them on a big barley wine, kind of an unusual beer to be your maiden beverage. But they made a nice big barley wine, which I have not yet had. In fact, I haven't had any beers from them, and we're going to look at two in this series. So let's get to it. A couple of beers from Yamori Shuzo in Fushimi, Kyoto. So the first beer from Yamori Shuzo is this one. It's called Yamori Shuzo Chakabuki, Japanese Saison. And cha refers to tea, and kabuki, I assume, refers to kabuki theater, which is very big in Kyoto. And it's a Japanese saison, and they use tea from Uji. They call it karigane tea, and also yuzu peel in it. So it's a 5% beer at 24 international bittering units. And it does include Belgian yeast, of course, to give it that the saison or saison yeast. And they also include tansan gas in this, which is kind of extra pressurized gas. So label is kind of interesting and unusual. It's a kind of stylized version of what I guess is a fox. I'm not quite sure, but. They are located, Yamori Shuzo is located in Fushimi in Kyoto, and Fushimi has a very famous Shinto shrine, and foxes are traditionally associated with those shrines. And I'm not sure if that is a connection, but it looks to me like a stylized fox mask. All right, well, shall we give this one a go? It's called Yamori Shuzo Chakabuki, Japanese Saison. Okay, it's kind of a sort of muddled, dark yellowish green tinted sort of beer. And I assume the green is coming from the tea, with kind of a sort of rocky one finger head. Okay, and let's take a look at in the light. Quite a bit of carbonation zooming up from the bottom here. You can see that. A lot of carbonation streaming up from the bottom. Okay, aroma. Definitely yuzu peel. Cannot smell the tea. Yuzu peel comes through quite strongly. There are some kind of spicy, maybe lightly phenolic notes, some esters from the yeast. My, okay. It does have yuzu for sure. Light maltiness. The citrus element is the citrus is by far the dominating element here. The phenolic note gets a little bit stronger. So in mid palate, we're getting something slightly burnt. It's kind of feature of that I don't get in too many saisons. This is a rather strong featured saison. It's not light as many can be. I like it though. It has decent bitterness. It has the requisite fruitiness and the esters from the yeast. Very pleasant overall. Phenolic note is a touch strong though. On RateBeer, this one has only one rating, and it's at 3.6% out of 3.6 out of 5, and I think it's very close to what I would give this to. And on Untapped, 38 ratings when I checked, and a score of 3.62, so very close to the RateBeer score. Yeah, interesting beer. In general, I don't find tea beers all that exciting. There is one made in Kyoto that's very bright, dark green. You can go back and check to find that. It's quite unusual. Some people don't like it, but it's almost like a dark green tea shake. And this is much lighter, and I think tea in limited amounts maybe will go better. Once again, this is called Yamori Shuzo Chakabuki Japanese Saison, 5%, 24 IBUs from Yamori Shuzo in Fushimi, Kyoto. Give it a try. Go online, check their website. I believe they are selling online, as many breweries are these days. And we will look at one more beer from Yamori Shuzo in our next video, and I hope you stick around for that. Subscribe to the channel and leave me a comment. I like to hear from people, and I do reply. So take care. Bye-bye.